All right.
Welcome back, everybody. We're ready to kick off this first game of the day. Navi versus Mad Lions. And I got a couple little giggle boxes right next to me. Filling those boxes would be Christine and Matthew. You might know him as Maniac. You might know her as Potter. And you might all be wondering the same thing I'm wondering. In a fight, who would win? Lily, Sarah, or Frankie? We'll find out. That's for a later date, and that's also on a different website. So for the time being, let's begin to talk about the matchup at hand. When I talk about it, I'm talking about the Mad Lions coming through here like a storm. We're talking about A-Core coming in here and really letting it all hang out.
I mean, I think it's fair to call Mad Lions the most improved teams of recent times in the just total Counter-Strike universe. They've been the one team on the rise. They've had a meteoric progression, obviously from winning Flashpoint to then progressively confirming that they are legit at this level of Counter-Strike. Every game I've watched them play in the past few weeks, I've asked myself, are they going to be able to do it? Will they rise up to the occasion? Will they be able to play versus a team that's prepared for them against a higher level? Well, so far they have proven that they can. They've been magnificent. The roster is deep. The map pool is in place. It's a team that is very, very interesting to see.
Very interesting indeed. And I mean, it just makes it that much more impressive when you really think about, man, just 8 months ago, these teams were a team called Trick. They were under a different in-game leader, a different coach. And now they find themselves here, new in-game leader, new coach, new organization, fresh off of a Flashpoint win. And we still question, can they hang with these tier 1 teams? And they absolutely are showing up. This man on your screen on the right, Bubsky, man, he has just been dominating in that server. And it's not really just his frags that he's getting, but it's the control that he has on the map, the spacing that he's providing. He's just so confident within that server. You can tell that when Bubsky is taking on a duel, he's confident that he's going to come out on top and win that duel 9 times out of 10. So I love seeing that sort of confidence coming out of Bubsky, and it's completely translating to his teammates in Shush, his in-game leader in Asilion, and his Opera and A-Core as well.
So, Maniac, I'm looking at the graphic that we just saw, right? And I think you saw it too. Ints beats Mad Lions. What?
Listen. This was a day where we kind of took a time machine back in time, or we were in the upside down, or however you want to call it. And this was one of the most accomplished ENTS performance I've seen in a long time. Now, I'm going to be honest, it was. Honestly, it was. I watched that game. I even analyzed it. Everyone on the side of ENTS just showed up. They had the deep Counter-Strike that they had with LXP when it was working. Nice T sides, everyone fragging. Sunny was amazing, which we hadn't seen in a long time. So
Yumpy popped off.
Yumpy was extremely good. You're right. Double AWP setup. My God, Alu doing all the job. So I'm not gonna push that onto Mad Lions too heavily. No, that was the game. That was a legit loss. ENTS were just a better team at that time.
Yeah, and perhaps that's just the case. And what Mad Lions can hope to be is the team of the day, or at least within this matchup. Let's see what they've got to say.
Yeah, it felt really good to beat Fnatic. I think we played great. I think both teams really had to work on their CT sides, but I'm happy that we kept our heads high and we kept focusing. I think we just had a really good game plan, to be honest. Like everything we do worked, and they played exactly how we expected.
The smoke and legs trips. A-Core, any more, buddy? There it is. Finishing the job and the second bomb drop. He's found a third. This is just unfair. And Mad Lions, they're going to be knocking Fnatic down.
Yeah, Train was actually kind of the same as Nuke. Like, they did what we expected them to do, but for some reason we couldn't lock it down. Like, they kept going fast outside and we had no answer to it at all. I'm not quite sure what went wrong because I was playing Ivy, but I think we definitely have to review the game and see what was going on.
First of all, don't get the opening kill. The outside has such trouble winning the round.
Yeah, I'm kind of a little lost for words, right? Like after
they were also playing well individually, so we had a really hard time going onto the T side. I think just playing methodical and structured really worked out good against them.
Nailed back down through the smoke, and now it's mid-play still looking to come through. Grim's waiting and card, and they're already in and past him. Oh dear, this isn't good for JW. He gets dropped by Shush, and this B play is now looking to come through while Shush is fade in towards the A site.
I actually really enjoy playing against Navi. I think they play well, and they play also kind of tactical sometimes. They always like do mind games with taking banana, and so I really enjoy playing that way and trying to outsmart your opponent. And then also just seeing Acor versus Simple, I think it's going to be a good matchup. I think it's going to be a really fun match, and me and Acor, we have some trick up our sleeve, so needs to be ready.
And almost as good of a question as if we're going to be running this on the new patch, which is a blatant no. Everybody here, you both knew that, right? Like, it's pretty obvious we weren't going to do that. So I don't even know that should even ever be brought up to confuse people ever again. So let's continue to talk a little bit about this. We've got the Mad Lions. We've heard about their camp. We've heard about their story. Moreover, impressed by the story that we're seeing in the server thus far. But when we think about today's matchup, when we look at it like a big picture perspective, NAVI, not the same storyline.
Yeah, I have a really hard time figuring out where NAVI are at the moment, honestly. I think, as I said in the pre-show, their game versus G2 was the highest level game of this tournament as far as I'm concerned. I think this was absolutely explosive, and something happened that really doesn't happen that often in the Counter-Strike universe. Simple wasn't an absolute god in that game. I don't know if that's G2's tactic that completely undermined him, or if they found a way to neutralize him specifically, but he was just a normal human being, and that doesn't happen so often. So, Christine, I think you were working on that game. What happened? Why wasn't Simple?
You know, it's strange, right? Because Simple in that game, in that series actually, across all the maps, his deagle work was fantastic. His rifle work was fantastic. But his AWP, it was just okay. He was doing his job, but we're talking about Simple here, right? So when you're just talking about Simple and just doing your job, it just doesn't seem like it's good enough. You kind of want more from a player like Simple, the best player in the world, arguably. So I think that was where the issue was. Simple, he dropped over 20 kills. He had the ADR for an average player, but for the best player in the world, we kind of want a little bit more.
We want more. Of course we want more. And I'm sure that NAVI want a little bit more sometimes too, but ultimately, Simple's already given so much to this lineup. It's kind of like asking that one relative to keep giving you more and more Christmas presents, and then you're not even satisfied on top of that, which ain't cool either. So don't be that guy. But for Simple, I think it is critical here that we start to look at the lineup around him, sort of supporting him for a change, and us stop with the narrative that it is just the Simple show and there's no one else. We have to start and really focus on the players within the lineup that I don't want to say step up, but need to kind of fill the shoes when he can't wear them.
First of all, this was never, ever only the Simple show. We can't ever do that to Electronic. That would be mean for us. That would be disingenuous. Sure. Not to mention Electronic. I mean, Electronic has to be the most underrated superstar ever in Counter-Strike. I don't think I've ever seen a player that we don't talk about being so good. The only reason Electronic doesn't have his face against the Empire State Building is because he plays with Simple. That's the only reason. I mean, he's an absolute machine. He's one of the best rifle ever, one of the best TT player ever. But yeah, when you're gonna play with someone like Simple, suddenly your numbers become a little bit more normal. But in this tournament, he's actually surpassed him statistically. He's what, 6th or 7th best player in the event. He is the one driving force right now.
Now, Maniac, what you've inadvertently done here has created a very interesting and unique opportunity for all the Photoshop meme lords out there who want to put Electronic on the side of the Empire State Building, want to entice you and moreover invite you to do so using DH Masters as your hashtag. Let us know. Show us on Twitter. Odds are it won't end up on stream, but I can't guarantee you that either. There's a real chance it could. In fact, I would much rather hear what Navi's talking about and what they've got to say.
It was a good feeling before G2 game, but I think at the end we just lose to ourselves because we made so many very stupid mistakes, especially on city side on Dust 2. There was like miscommunication, and sometimes players decide to overpick as well. Yeah, just overall I'm not happy with our team performance and my individual performance as well. Like, if you want to win the teams like G2, we need to know how to smoke bench.
In this bomb site, it looks like Kenny could be their man. He comes in from connector. Oh, has cover, and the quick shot versus Electronic. Oh, another!
Like, after game, I was mad on my individual performance, of course, and the way how we played this side at the end.
Coming in quick, and it's Jackson Hunter with a couple of kills first and foremost. Simple, off of the box, looking for a headshot. He's gonna find the one to Jax. There's the spam damage down, and Simple, 1v3!
If Mad Lion gonna play aggressive, like they usually do, I think we are going to be ready for this. we know how to handle against aggressive teams like Fnatic, FaZe. I hope we're gonna get this victory.
Lumit's lagging behind, only 3 frags. One huge one on that previous round. And the insane tactics from both sides. Counterflash is the champion, though, and Veto, another important kill. A bit scary.
Kenny, and he runs out of bullets just as he tries to retreat. 2 more kills for Electronic.
Yeah, and Navi, well, a team that we all have so much hope and promise, and we see everything that they've got and what they want to bring on the table. We know that they are the ones that pretty much speed ran through Katowice, which feels like a lifetime ago, and also not at the same time. Such a strange yet unique feeling to have, and overall, it's not really going to matter. Katowice is in the past. That's cool. Glad that you guys were able to do all that, but what about here? What about the now? What about the map vetoes and what we're going to be playing on today, ladies and gentlemen?
Ooh, to me, that's a big mystery. I'm gonna be honest, because I have a really hard time knowing where Navi stand at the moment. On the side of Mad Lions, I'd be very surprised to see Inferno pop off. That used to be their natural veto for the longest time. But for Navi, as you said, we haven't seen them play so much. Sure, they destroyed everyone in Katowice, then they had this long hiatus where they played little to no games, and then suddenly at the beginning of last month, they started playing again. So I'm kind of in the fog here. I don't know what you think, Christine, but I would lie if I said I know exactly what Navi is going to do in this veto.
I know what they're going to do, Christine, but go ahead.
I wanted to beat it before it came out, but no worries.
Did you know?
I had Mirage and Overpass out for both of these squads. Lions, they always lean heavily on this Mirage, not to mention that Navi just lost in that OT match versus G2 yesterday. So this is kind of a comfort pick for Lions, a punish pick against Navi and Overpass. This is a map that Lions have been floating in all of their series. So I love the fact that Navi are picking it out to try to punish Lions, because Lions, I don't think they're quite as comfortable on Overpass as they've been kind of bluffing throughout these past few weeks.
And interestingly enough, I'm sorry I ruined your prediction of the vetoes there, Christine.
No,
give you a clap in the chat and a clap right here. If I clap on the microphone, though, it might freak somebody out in production, so I'm just not going to do that. But it's like a golf clap. You know, I think you do well. I think that Matthew does well as well. But what I really want to know is where the Twitch chat lies in this whole thing. What does the vote look like when we think about these two teams? Between Navi and Mad Lions, there has to be a victor. One of these teams has to stay alive within the DreamHack Masters. And of course, for you guys, I'm going to get your prediction, but I just want to get out in front of it, and I want to get the chat spam flowing. I want to let everyone know out there that it's okay to defy the moderators, to step up against the system that is Twitch chat. No, I'm kidding. That sounds kind of ridiculous. But either way, it's hashtag Navi, hashtag Mad Lions. We're going to go to a break. We come back with our best of 3. We kick it off on Mirage between these two teams. Don't go anywhere, everyone. This is the DreamHack Masters Spring in the year. Well, that's 2020. This game is just about ready to start, and it's going to feature the Mad Lions taking on Natus Vincere. You might know him as Navi for short. You might know me as Trace for short, but you can call me Stunna as well as Potter and as well as Maniac. They are here with me in the studio, and we're ready to talk a little bit about some of the finer details before we do jump into this best of 3. We know the maps. We know what we're going to be starting on. So just right off the top, who won the map veto?
Mad Lions for me. Clearly, I mean, if they manage to have Mirage and Nuke in a BO3 versus Navi, judging by their T size and how much success they've been having this whole tournament, I mean, just look at the game versus Fnatic. They once more completely dismantled them, 10-1 on the T side. Golden, we had him in an interview here. He said it's so hard to play against them. They take duels all over the map. You never know what they're actually doing. You can't predict them. You cannot gamble against them. So I think that Mad Lions did a fantastic job. I think they have all the cards in hand to create an upset, but it's still Navi.
Now, Christine, for your side of things, and you know, since I know you have a very close relationship with the Twitch chat, I want to pull up the poll results. I want to see where they thought.
All right.
And I also want to invite them to hit Control T while you're talking about them and head over to DreamHackPick'em.com. So go ahead and tell me about these poll results right here.
You know, it makes sense, right? Navi, right now, they're the #1 team in the world. Since we've shifted towards the offline or online type of days. But once again, Navi, they've been in the upper echelon of Counter-Strike for many, many years. So this absolutely makes sense. But Mad Lions, they are not to be stifled with. I mean, they've showed us impressive CS through and through. So they're going to make this series very competitive, and Navi need to show up in spades.
But the question still stands. Are Navi fans going to be mauling at the end of the day, which is kind of what we're all wondering. We're all wondering what form of Navi shows up and what form of Mad Lions at that. Because yes, you'd like to think, okay, Navi on their best of days, there's absolutely no way here for the Mad Lions. This one's pretty much already done and over with, clear cut, easy money, easy skins, easy life. But let's talk about it. Let's really, really hone in here for a prediction. I'm going to look at you, Maniac, for this one.
I think you're right when you say Navi's level will be the barometer of that game. I do believe that if we can 100% confirm that Navi would play to the fullest extent of their power, they should overcome Mad Lions. They probably just one step a bit too high for Mad Lions' progression. As I said, their Cinderella story is absolutely beautiful, but now you're talking about Navi. You're talking about a team that has been in the top 3 for a long time now. Some of the absolute best players in the world, a lot of experience as well. So if Navi show up and they bring their A game, it's not going to be possible for Mad Lions. So I'm going to go with Navi.
I'm also going to echo that as well. I'm going with Navi here. I think that they're just a better team, and they got slightly unlucky the other day versus Big in that series. So I'm going to go with Navi here as well.
Okay, let me just kind of put it into perspective for both of you to understand, because I don't think that you've quite thought this one clearly through.
Okay.
All right. A-Core is the Danish device. All right. So when you think about that, all right, Mad Lions, they do have a shot. It's memes, whatever. But they do have a shot in this series. I would like to think that the Mad Lions are coming to this knowing that they're the underdog, knowing that everybody's looking at Navi, expecting them to win. And they probably will. So I'm going to pick Navi as well. Let's just see what happens, though. I think it's not as clear-cut as we're making it, but Navi's certainly a favorite. And I can't really disagree with that. You look at just the pedigree of the two teams. Eventually, I think Mad Lions run a little bit out of gas, and that could be their pitfall today.
I mean, listen, it's a long way to go to be at the top of Counter-Strike. Mad Lions, so far, they've done the first steps, and they've done it beautifully so, right? But when you go up against a team like Navi, in every round, they can be dangerous. Every situation that's a little bit unclear, every gray area, every time they'll push you out of your A plans, there has to be so many individual decisions that come together for Mad Lions to actually show up, actually beat Navi. Because Navi, they'll do it all the time. If there's chaos, they know how to, they know how to abuse it. So maybe a bit of a tall order.
So Navi versus Mad Lions, and of course for our Lions, that being you two, we're gonna have to put you back in the den for just a second while we go ahead and get our commentators on board. Thank you very, very much, you two. I want to go ahead and bring in our commentators though, because they're ready to go. It's gonna be Harry and Hugo. Harry seemingly not only has one Lily in his life, but two. So what's up with that, Harry? How did you convince her to come over and give you 5G?
Yeah, man. I'm just hanging out. I'm getting that sourdough. I'm getting that dough trace like you always taught me. Yeah, man. AT&T, they're in my heart. They're on my ISP, dude. They're everywhere. You can't escape Lily. That's the truth. Hugo, how you doing, man? I noticed you're not doing anything ridiculous this morning. So
no,
that's a good start.
I'm under control. I leave that to you, Harry. I'm awaiting my shipment of sourdough bread, but hopefully that's in the mail, right?
I'll go upstairs and figure out if we've got some sourdough bread. But in the meantime, I think you guys maybe cast this Mad Lions Navi game, since it seems to be what we've got going on.
Yeah, why not? Let's take it. Thank you very much, Trace. All right, Harry, action around the corner. Mad Lions Navi. Now, the analysts, the devs, they all seem to think it's a Navi game. I don't know what you think, but personally, I think if there was any game that was going to be an upset, that was going to be a top-tier team getting knocked out by plucky young underdogs, it would be the clearly hard-working Mad Lions taking down Navi, who have had troubles.
Dude, no, I agree with you completely here, Hugo. Right? I'm kind of astonished that the Navi are getting such like a hardcore rep right now from everyone, right? Like you think about what this team have done as of late and some of the downfalls we've seen this Navi crew have, and it's been pretty apparent. And I think if anyone could give them a run for their money, as you said, it's Mad Lions, who have looked absolutely incredible thus far here at DreamHack. And even then, like you look at the run up to this, right? They are a team that has only been rising, whereas Navi, they've kind of been, I think at best, stagnant. But like really, you know, you look at it and I feel like it's been like a bit of a downward path, honestly.
Yeah, #1 in the world, by the way, Harry. Keep that in mind. That's the kind of crazy thing about this, right? And that's the issue. We know what Na'Vi can do. It's like, can they do it every time, right? We see simple sometimes struggles, like in that game versus G2. I think struggle is the funniest word because it's like he's not playing badly, he's just not playing godly, which is his average, I think, at this point. Yeah, I'm really scared for Na'Vi. I think this could be a hard one, you know, like especially when you have Mad Lions as underdogs. You know they're working hard. You know they're looking at the demos. Obviously, the individuals for Na'Vi are great, but Mad Lions have surprised and impressed us all the way through this tournament. All right, they get out of the group. They had a great day yesterday, man. I don't know. I'm a little scared for Na'Vi, Harry. I don't want this team eliminated in the lower bracket, but it could happen here. And Matt Veto, like I said, favors the Danes as well.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I saw the maps, right? And that scares me. Like Mirage, Mad Lions have looked so good on Mirage. Overpass, you know, I think that is one that Na'Vi can take. I think even throughout their downfall, you know, when we saw them struggle, for example, like back at the Road to Rio in the CIS region where they didn't even make playoffs, one of the maps that was still all right for them was Overpass. So that one, you know, I can give that to Na'Vi. But then you see it ends over on Nuke, and then that's where things get even more interesting, right? That's another really good map for Mad Lions. Yeah, I definitely think we're in for a 3-map series, but I don't think it's as clear-cut as the analysts were making out, Hugo. Let's get this one underway. And you can see that Betway, man, they're kind of agreeing with us. You know, they've put this ever so slightly in favor of Na'Vi.
Yeah, you got to cover all your bases, Harry. Right now, Na'Vi, they're covering middle quite heavily. We see this as a standard for the CT side in pistol rounds a lot, but there's a good reason for it. Oh, Harry, I'm going to use it. I'm going to throw in the word misdirection. It's a Mad Lions classic. They've sent 3 towards B fast. They forced a 5-man rotate, but little do they know, no one's moved out of A. If Mad Lions committed here, they'd have an empty A bomb site, but they're waiting. And this is, I think, confused Na'Vi. They've started to consider other options. Boomich has gone back, but no one is in A. So it's not like he's going to get some info and be like, oh, guys, we were wrong. Let's rotate back. No, he just confirms, guys, hold your positions. They could be anywhere. And yeah, Mad Lions, at bare minimum, this is going to force players out of the A site. So when they do commit, Na'Vi, they're only going to have one dude here. This is a really good start. But will it be a good finish? That's the question.
Well, they're going to line up all this standard util. They got 2 sets. The CT is going to be left open, right? And this gives Boomich a bit of an angle to work with. He's playing the kit smoke combination. So that's the thing. Na'Vi, they were set up to play retake at this A bomb site. This isn't the end of the world. That was kind of what they're leaning towards with this purchase on Boomich. You know, it's a matchmaking classic. You play a B stack with one dude sat ticket with a kit on his back, and that's Boomich in this scenario now. He's got the rest of his team falling on in. Now, a flashbang would help massively here because it's going to allow you to clear this corner, but they've got a smoke instead, and so they've got to take these fights dry. Luckily enough, Simple and Perfecto come in, and they do a lot of damage. Bubsky left up in what was a 1v3. He's dealt with Simple. Smoke goes down on the bomb, and Boomich trying to stick it. Perfecto's going to get the kill. And Boomich will grab that defuse. So Na'Vi, they played retake at A. The fact that they're able to survive that journey into CT without a flashbang to clear the close angle, I think is a good sign of things to come, right? It's Simple and Perfecto lighting up the scoreboard there. This is pretty impressive, like in and of itself, because getting back into this angle when you don't have util to help you out is horrific. So the fact that they do it and then they grab the pistol round is a stellar start for Na'Vi.
Yeah, no complaints from that side of things. You know, Simple, yesterday his pistols were good, his rifles were good, but his AWP was missing. Hopefully that's not the case today. We've already seen his pistol look pretty sweet, and Na'Vi take a nice round. Bubsky, there was a chance there, man. There certainly was, right? If he hits a better timing on that flank through window, or, you know, if there's no smoke, right? Like, that's the other side. That was flashes for Boomich, and even if they use them to clear the CT players, if there's no smoke on the bomb, Bubsky has a way better chance of winning that 1-on-2. So there's the value of that investment for Na'Vi. Certainly the right purchase to make, even though it looked like it could have cost them. Mad Lions, they bomb plant in the first, so a force is available for them. If they want to buy AKs and drop them over and then have Deegs on the players who bought, that's an option. So we'll see what they want to do. It's a quick tech pause by the looks of things, and Mad Lions can come back in with whatever they want. Might just see a full eco here, really, but Oh no, Bubsy's already gone for it. So Mad Lions committing here in the second round. Yeah, I feel like, you know, you can't, you know, get angry over 4% difference. I feel like that's too close. And, you know, NAVI, they're known to claw back in tournaments. We know they can be slow starters sometimes, struggling in their opening games and falling at the bottom of the group only to recover and win. You know, let's keep that in mind. This is a typical NAVI tournament here. So, you know, going through the lower bracket, it may not be easy, but NAVI, they like the hard road.
Oh, nice kill from Boomich to open this round up, and this force buy from Mad Lions has already just been torn apart by NAVI. You wouldn't have known the Mad Lions put money into this round, because it is already just completely gone awry, and it's about to get even worse. Acor shouldn't be able to find anything here. He was saving up extra money as well to get the AWP, so he is the one guy who didn't force into this round, and he's the only survivor.
Don't speak too soon, Harry. He ain't surviving this round, I can tell you that much. His deeks have been good. Acor's had really good pistols and rifles, so it's always nice for an AWPer as well. Flamey's going to get rid of him, and that's NAVI finding a clean sweep. Good, confident round for them. Keep their money intact, and more importantly than that, they get out of it with 4 rifles, right? One of them being an upgrade to the Galil, but, you know, not really playing like this bonus round that can leave them lacking when they go up against guns. They've got everything they need and more.
Oop, that's a pretty meaty nade from Simple, my word. And come on then, Simple, give it. Flamey just wrecks them with a nade of his own. And now he's going to try and deal with the Apps push. Now, you know, it's not great. This bomb might go down. And for Mad Lions, you know, it's not like a round victory where they do much damage, but finding a bomb plant there in a round where you only had a couple of upgraded pistols, that's something you're going to take all day long.
That's actually really smart because they run through the B apps to underpass, and that gets heard by Navi's short player. And so, you know, Simple drops a grenade, but then the short player, the second one, I think it was Flamey, moves away from B apps, right, to assist short to deal with those 3 underplayers. And then Mad Lions, well, they walk 2 through the balcony, and they only need 1 kill. They know the cat player has pushed mid, and they know there's only 1 B apps player. If they get rid of him, they get a bomb plant, and that's the kill they need and the plant they find. So everything in this 4th round for Mad Lions. Same story for Navi though. They upgrade. The AWP has come through for Simple. Flamey playing a Galil, although we know that's not going to hold him back. And Acor is going to go right into middle to start things off. Top mid smoke down. No fights found. Simple. He sat back on B. Boomich pushing ramp and taking the man advantage away from Roy. Simple being on B with the opening round, opening rifle round, I think is something that's going to really catch Mad Lions off guard. And also, Mad Lions love this B site on Mirage. It is a big tendency of them to end up here. So Simple already having a bit of a read to the situation. And well, let's see if this does work out.
Yeah, smokes fall into the connector, and that's going to give a bit of a veil for Mad Lions to move up through Catwalk with 2 players back in the site, though. One of these being Simple on this AWP. He gets a collateral there on that peak. Deals damage onto Acor. Only killed 1 of the 2 players, but he's locked the AWP pretty much out of the round. Flamey follows up on a Bubsky, and Acor, the man who was tagged up by Simple earlier on, is going to get finished off there by Perfecto. Navi, they don't miss a beat. And yeah, this is a great start from Navi.
Yeah, painful patience is what I would use to describe that from Simple. Like, he takes the shot short, he sees 3, and then he just doesn't go back in. And Navi force Mad Lions to try and cross to the site. They just don't take any fights. And because they have such an advantage and a 3rd man in Flamey rotating through market, there was just so many players there. And Mad Lions, there's nothing they can do, right? Navi aren't giving them the kills. Acor's holding for an eternity with the AWP, and no one's peeking into him. So yeah, it's another nice round for Navi, man. They look ready to play today, and that's what I wanted. Oh,
well, jeez, this is quite the beginning for Navi. Man, this is brutal. Electronic just did something despicable as well. Blind, spraying the con smoke, gets himself a double kill. Yeah, it's kind of scary because, like, you know, NAVI, we said how they fell off for a moment, it felt like, but I don't know, like, you could tell that they really weren't content being there. And so, you know, I imagine everyone's been putting in a lot of individual effort as well as, you know, honing in what they're doing as a team a bit more. You know, we've already seen improvements from them. That kind of is explained by the fact that they're still even here at DreamHack. You know, they weren't able to stick around back at the Road to Rio in the CIS region.
Oh my!
And Electronic, man, he's really feeling it today. He's not giving any room to Mad Lions. My goodness, NAVI.
I don't know, Harry. What's going on?
I feel like we're like back at Hugo. Have we like invented time travel, and this is actually on the run up to Katowice after all, and it's that NAVI that we were all really excited to see again.
Maybe, just maybe. I love Matthew's speech in the pre-game segment because he went on a rant about Electronic and about how he's not appreciated enough inside of this team, or even if he just doesn't get enough talk around his name, I think. And I mean, everyone knows how good he is, but often in the shadow of Simple. Well, right now he is manhandling men in the middle, taking 2 in back-to-back rounds. Roy in a 1-on-5. Good luck, buddy. Spotted the AWP. That's a bit of info, but there's 2 more players bench side. Nice shot. Simple hits the tag through the wall. He must have seen the barrel, but good luck getting out of here alive. He's not going to expect another on the bench, and Simple will steal it away before he spots Perfecto in the corner. Navi 6-0, Harry. Look at this from Electronic. Wowee. What's kind of weird as well is when we usually look at like the stats pages for tournaments like this, and we're far enough that we're in the playoffs now, right? Navi have done groups and we've had a couple of playoff matches. We usually expect to see like Simple Electronic up top of the tournament in terms of the numbers of the HLTV rating. Electronic's at number 6, Simple's at number 8, and those are the only 2 players that we have in this series in the top 8 there. So that's it's kind of a different vibe. It's Sidewell at the top, Mir coming in second. So interesting changes. But Navi, they come to play in this series. That is one thing I can say for sure. Simple, no, not okay, not allowed, not acceptable, and he's going to escape as well.
Yeah, Bubsky's retrieved an AK though. And whenever I see Bubsky armed and dangerous, I do remember some of the despicable things this guy's done. Be ready to write him off just yet. With that kill, he secured a path into the A bomb site, and Simple isn't over-aggressing. He's waiting for the rest of Navi to get into position here. Everyone has kits, and there's still plenty of utility. So Navi, they're in a very good spot to give this a go. However, Acor dropping Flamey has now left this into a 2-on-2. This smoke on Simple is going to prove to be paramount when they go for this retake. But a lot of time has already ticked down off this bomb, and if Navi are going to go for it, they've got to be a little bit faster than this. They've really got to go, or else there is no going at all. And smoke down, Perfecto's going to try and stick it. Yeah, he just gets found by Bubsky, who's on 3 kills in this round. And on the back of it, Mad Lions, they are going to find their first here over on the T side.
That's a 2-on-4 for Mad Lions, maybe even a 2-on-5, Harry. Ridiculous stuff from Bubsky, boosted in the window, right? He avoids Simple's AWP, and then just does this. That re-smoke, they have 2 bits of utility before they get the bomb down, being Mad Lions. One goes in con to cut off Flamey. He's then finished off by Acor, and another one goes in jungle. That jungle smoke was delayed. It went down as they planted, and so Navi wait behind it and then decide against it and go all the way around, not only bleeding out their time from the smoke, but also from the rotation. That's a nice shot from Simple, albeit a bit RNG. But yeah, Navi, I guess they waste their own time by hanging around in jungle, only not to commit to that retake. So yeah, it's going to cost them, but not a lot. They've still got money in the bank and a bit of a round lead now. Mad Lions getting a grip on this game. Simple has repositioned into the catwalk. He is 12-1 right now. This man is not stopping. And the AWP is on the other side as well, so Acor can't escape. He can't go anywhere without walking past Simple.
Shush has gained a lot of ground here in the window, but there's Flamey to deal with him. An advantage back in favor of Na'Vi, and this A site now looking to be the object of desire for Mad Lions. But 3 players are already in CT for Na'Vi, and Mad Lions likely aren't going to be ready for that. Acor's still holding over towards short side, and he can just keep holding this until the end of the round. He actually deals with Perfecto. So while this was a 4-on-3 for Na'Vi in the retake, in the blink of an eye, it's fallen just to Simple and Flamey, who might not even give this a go anymore. With Acor in position over at short, okay, there's a smoke on Simple. That maybe spurs you on, but your fights don't go your way. And Roy secures the round with a double. Mad Lions going to get their second on the board. Still money for the side of Na'Vi, still able to invest. But it feels like Mad Lions have kind of remembered what this game means and how good they are on this map, usually in these last few rounds.
Yeah, I like how they set Acor up there for the post plant. They put him on Cat really early, and because Mad Lions have the window from that boost of Shush, that's something we'll see a lot from these guys as well. You know, they have the window, so they know that they don't need to. Acor doesn't need to worry about re-aggression. He just needs to watch the catwalk and the connector, and he just picks Con and sits there on a timing. When Mad Lions get the A site, Acor then pushes short, like you said, kills Perfecto in B, and then just has the best post plant pretty much in the game, right? An AWP on short, holding a triple plant. Like Na'Vi, like you said, you know, they had a smoke, but if they don't get the kills, they're not going to have a chance. And Mad Lions convert a man disadvantage round into a victory here, finding 2 in a row. That's important as well. Na'Vi losing back-to-back rounds means their money is going to start to drip dry. They've still got 3 a player left, but that's going to run out after this round. They need to get back on this CT side before Mad Lions control the economy. Notice the map while all of this utility is going into A. Mad Lions love not committing off the back of these XX. They often swap players out and go for a second full util burst on A. But I think what they're doing right now is they're assuming Na'Vi know that setup that they often do, which is like the double pump into A. And Na'Vi actually haven't left the A site after this utility. And they're going to go elsewhere, assuming that Na'Vi over-rotate off the back of a read. But that's not the case right now. Everyone's just sitting back and sticking to their positions. Mid control is going to get taken late. And Mad Lions, despite throwing those early A nades, will be finishing this round at B.
They'll throw in the con and window smoke to try and facilitate it. Now, whenever Mad Lions have gone for this smoke, it's often been the B player that Na'Vi have had to encounter on the back of it. And Simple, well, he's ready. He's coming on this rotation, and he's already shut down 2. This push from Mad Lions is just grinded to a halt. Flamey does get bested by Bubsky, but Perfecto still in position at bench. They weren't ready for the double setup, and he does just about deal with the first man in. Here comes Electronic. He's mopped up another. Roy falls shortly thereafter, and it's another round where both Simple and Electronic put up 2 for Na'Vi. That's a 7th on the board. And yeah, I do think, right, like the consistency of how Mad Lions go for this B play, right? It's always these same smokes, these same positions. And the moment those smokes come in, Na'Vi just seem aware at this point that it's going to be the B play, right? They're very, very fast to react there. They already have Electronic coming in on a flank down through mid. They rotate Simple right away. So I don't think Mad Lions can really go back to that one all too much.
No.
Na'Vi have kind of wisened up to it.
Yeah, you can see Simple immediately, right? Like someone in mid smokes Con and mollies it, but they smoke it from like the inside, I guess, from the A side of things, to cut off a view towards catwalk to allow for that mid split. And the second that smoke comes down, Simple immediately leaves window. He doesn't even want the mid fight. He just goes B and gets 2 short picks. So yeah, very, very aware on Na'Vi, looking in control. And something that Mad Lions would definitely profit off when they go for these fakes, CT's getting aggressive and trying to like rotate fast to the enemy support, like pushing B apps and going, oh guys, A smokes, I'm pushing B. But Na'Vi aren't going to make those mistakes, and they aren't going to give you the kills in the mid round. They're just going to wait in the sites because CT sided advantage. They have a lot of crossfires. Na'Vi have been stacking the right bomb sites. Simple has been all over the place, every round in a different position. He's on triple now, and yeah, it's just working wonderfully for Na'Vi. I love the game plan here. Even though Mad Lions are trying to throw spanners in the works, Na'Vi brought their toolkit too.
Oh, Electronics heard the jump up, and even then, Bubsky, he's missed it a couple of times, and he knows, like, okay, I missed it once, maybe I can get back in. Oh, man, Bubsky, dude, what's gone wrong today? He's, there we go. He's finally gotten into the window, but yeah, unsurprisingly, with all the grace of an elephant, Bubsky has given up his position. It just gets dealt with immediately. A-Core on this AWP now in a 1v5. Doesn't feel too likely for him. NAVI have just kind of conceded everything on the map. They're giving him a bit of room to maneuver, but the moment he tries to do anything meaningful, he should get shut down. And Boomich is even wrapped into top mid, so that round is dead to rights in favor of NAVI.
Yeah, I want to try and save Bubsky from humiliation a little bit. There is a problem with the window. Valve, please fix. When you jump on the ledge and you try and get into the window from like the boost spot, I don't know how to explain this. You can check the clippings if you use the command in console to check clippings. There's like 2 clippings on the ledge of the window and you can't walk over it. You have to jump over it. That's why Bubsky's making noise. That's why Bubsky can't get up into the window. It's a really annoying bug that many people have started to realize now that that's a self-boost has come through. Valve, please fix. Although I will say, Harry, Valve has pumped out a pretty damn good update last night.
Yeah, man. I was wondering if we were going to talk about it.
We're not
we have to play some Dust later, Hugo.
Yeah, figure out the reverse doors.
And if you would like to join us for a game of Dust, just message Hugo.
Wow.
He's the game arranger. He's the man with all the answers and that.
Don't implicate me in anything you say, Harry.
Shush here, 1v5, and he might get turned to dust as well, as he's only armed with this Deagle, does at least have armor to work with. There's a Molotov out from short, and just as he looks away from window, Simple goes in with the peak. So 4 in the round for Simple, and a Knight's on the board for Na'Vi. This is actually wild, man. Sorry, Hugo, to just cut you off again, but 13-3 on Electronic, 19-3 on Simple. Between them, that's what, 32-6 already, 12 rounds into the game.
Harry, I was going to say the exact same thing, so luckily enough, it's fine. You did my job for me. The Mad Lions, well, they need someone to do their job for them because they're struggling at it right now. 2 rounds on the T side. Na'Vi have come alive. That's a big opening kill from Shush in lower. He's going to take down Simple, and that is a man who has been wreaking havoc in every position. You know, it had to happen eventually, Harry. Simple, he's been B, he's been A, he's been middle. He needs to be underpassed 1 round, and he gave it a go, but unfortunately it won't work wonderfully for him. Mad Lion's going to look to go elsewhere. Nice grenade, finding the trade. Shush dropped down lower. It's going to be an A split anyway, but they've lost one of their prongs.
Boost Electronic up, and Mad Lions were even holding for it, but Electronic is able to get away with that kill. Na'Vi with a very heavy presence over towards this B site, and Mad Lions, they're walking out into A, but like it feels too good to be true. They're still being very, very cautious, because why would Na'Vi have left A? But they have left A. And A-Core now down here in the connector trying to hold on to the short side. You don't really envy his position. There could be players coming in from everywhere. But he's been able to deal with Flamey. Perfecto is wrapping around in through top mid, and if he catches the timing here, that's a big kill to find. A-Core gets removed. Bubsky was wrapping through T-spawn, and now because he's seen Perfecto in top mid, he decides against it. He comes back around towards ramp, and he's got to help Roy out. He deals with the first match, follows up onto Boomich, and now just Perfecto left to find. He goes lower, and Bubsky's got all 3. A stellar round, and that there is all saved because Bubsky makes that decision to not to commit to that T-spawn ramp and comes back into the ramp to help Roy out.
Boomich just walks into the open. His teammate dies from ramp, Harry, and he just looks at stairs and walks into the open. He had cover, he had position, he had a gun, and he's just, I don't know if it was bad comms or he doesn't hear him or what, but Boomich just walked into the gunfire and didn't even seem aware. Oh dear, that's a big blunder, but a huge round from Bubsky, of course. Not to take it away from him, but I feel like that one was on a platter somewhat. Yeah, nice to not commit with that mid-wrap, like you said, right? It's not just the fact that Perfecto's not flanking and coming in through mid, but it's him realizing once A-Core dies that, his teammate if he leaves now, his teammate is alone and is likely going to get overwhelmed in the next few seconds, and Navi could just stick the bomb. So, you know, it's either come back or guarantee a round loss. Not playing that game. Mad Lions, 3 smokes into middle, connector, window, and catwalk, or at least top mid, to allow for Shush to cause a bit of commotion. It's not going to be the commitment, though. It's a B play. Flamey's here with a second AWP. He's not had this yet. And, oh, he didn't spot the player close either, but he could still get value, finding one. Asilian with a close trade. That's still a big pick, as Mad Lions are further in the site than Navi anticipate. Perfecto can't see a thing, and he's being wrapped from the bench. Combined with a grenade. It's a touchdown for Mad Lions.
That nade was so dead on. That was like scary levels of precision. And Shush is even holding on for the cat flank, so Electronic just gets shut down, doesn't even get to see anyone. Boomich is going to go back into mid to try and sniff out Shush. But, oh, yeah, Simple. Going to get followed up onto as well by Asilian. And that B site causes some problems in this round for Navi. It's a bit unfortunate. Flamey goes aggressive with the AWP. I thought he saw the close guy. Like, it looked like he saw him, but I guess, you know, that's the X-ray just giving a false impression. And he goes a little too deep, gets 1 kill. That's not enough, sadly. And then for Perfecto, it gets a bit awkward. He didn't really realize they were in the site. Had he realized, that could have been a bit of a different round.
Yeah, Mad Lions are really, really good at setting up like 1 player for a post plant and then committing with 4, and then that 1 player often like gets a double to guarantee, to force a save, or just to guarantee the round win. Like they do it with A-Core a lot. They let Bubsky lurk on this T side. In that case, it's Shush in mid with 3 smokes just to like let him hide chair. And look at the timing Asilian's found. He has just walked into the A site through connector. Navi have no one watching. Simple's come in to help. Electronic trying to get 1, and it's the 2 best players here for Navi in the same site. This can't be feeling good for Mad Lions. Asilian trying to get further progress. Simple's dropped another. Asilian will join the fray, but he's down to 9, and Simple has not left this window. He is hanging around the smoke with another, finishing the job, and AWP the AWP now. A-Core coming through. He won't commit. What can he do?
Ooh, there's Perfecto gone. Trying to deal with Simple now. Back to back in this smoke. Spots Flamey and CT, but Flamey's able to beat it. Nice attempt from A-Core, but not good enough. 10 on the board now for Navi, and this CT side is off to a stellar start. It's the first round looks to draw to a close very, very shortly. Simple and Electronic, the duo that we kind of, you know, missed a bit, right, during especially the Road to Rio CIS region. It didn't really feel like you ever had these 2 showing up in the same game, so it's very relieving to see them both on their A game here and now for Navi.
Yeah, they definitely had great reads this match so far. Like, you know, Simple already in B, by the way. Mad Lions are hitting the site and they're walking into a triple stack. It feels standard at this point that Navi have the majority of the players on this site. Roy ready for 1, but quickly traded. Shush getting another from the apartment. Oh, actually, sorry, that's from mid. It's only A-Core stuck in apps. He dies. The round's done. There it is. It's all on Shush on 5, and they know exactly where he's coming from too. Simple's posted, and even if he wasn't, there's still 2 more players in B, so... Oh dear, that's a missed shot, but it's recovered nicely, and Navi will take the half in a commanding lead, 11-4 on their CT side of Mirage, and this ain't even their map pick, Harry. Boy, oh boy, those Mad Lions need to step it up, and we'll see if they can do so in just a minute.
Came from the darkest regions, wrapped in a cloak of light. Minus the focus heights, I'm trying to get my opens right. Throw my doubts aside, I climb the mountainside. And when I reach the peak, the view I see will not be fly. Feel the pressure, but it's relative to the man I measured. No time for hesitation, finally time to step up. And when you're feeling deep in your bones, in your zone, you're fed up. You're close to the glass ceiling, keep your head up. See your dreams as a goal, that's how I'm seeing mine. Achieve my full potential, let all of the demons pre my shine.
11-4, Na'Vi leading the way at the end of the first half of play, and that all rhymed, but it's kind of coming to an end now. I don't have any more rhymes left in the tank. Betway, they're putting this one even further in favor of Na'Vi, and I think that's pretty fair, honestly. 11-4 at the end of the first half. Hugo, do you want to weigh in? Do you want to say some words?
I agree, yeah. No, Betway, good sound lads.
I agree,
choice.
yeah, no. Sound lads, there we go. That's Hugo Byron, Hugo B. Byron, of course. And Electronic gonna lead the way into this B site.
Oh no! Oh dear, Asilian, he's on the back line. He's killed Boomich, running out of Palace. Now, Na'Vi have B, but they lose the first man in, so trading has left them a man down in the post plant, but still doable with these Glocks. However, USPs, as long as Mad Lions communicate, as long as they wait for these two Cat players and go in as a unit, they should be fine. I say should, that's not a certainty by any means of the word. Flamey finds another, and now it gets trickier. It gets more difficult by the second. Asilian, big kill, but he gets dinked on the return, and Simple still in the sight, fighting tooth and nail. Missed shots for Asilian, and you can't afford to miss those. It's Simple with 3 on the site, and in an instant, Na'Vi, they're going to take a 12th round. It feels like nothing is undoable for this team. And that might just be pushing them over the line here in Mirage, in Mad Lions' map pick in this series. Rutro.
Also, hello, there's 42 kills on Simple and Electronic combined. What the is going on, Hugo?
It's a great question, Harry. I'm glad you're shouting it from the rooftops.
I really am, man.
Gotta let the people know. The best duo in Counter-Strike. Casting, Simple and Electronic.
Oh, now that, Hugo, now that's funny. Oh, Simple. Nailing the first man is short. He's getting pressured from everywhere, but this is someone who actively enjoys the pressure. Oh, Acor, though. Triple kill with the Deeg in a matter of seconds has brought this down to a 1v1. And at this point, Na'Vi, they're saying, all right, Flamey, look, we probably shouldn't have died here. We may have screwed this one up, but Flamey, it's all on you, and you're good in these situations. This is why we pay you the big bucks, Flamey. We need you to deliver. Acor's going to be given a bit of time here to retrieve some weapons over in middle, and he's going aggressive into the top of mid. I want to see the Deegs as much as anyone else, but we need to see how this round goes down. So let's go back. Acor holding on to the top of mid. This bomb is here. Oh, Flamey's got it, and he saves the round. Now let's roll those Deeg shots back, baby. Now let's take a look at what our man Acor did with the Deagle.
Oh, that's so sad that he doesn't get the round as well, right? Like, he hears Flamey run away from ramp. Flamey almost took the fight on A, but he realized that bomb's in spawn, and if I get stuck, you know, chasing this gunfight and it doesn't appear, I'm going to lose the round. So Flamey goes back for the bomb. Acor goes to fight him, and Flamey hits a perfect shot. Galil King, best in the business. We already know it. And Mad Lions, they're going to run at mid. Pistols out, though. This shouldn't be hard. Ubich already with 2. Simple comes in with a cleanup. 30 kills and some more. It's just Asilian left up on A. Good luck.
Asilian does sound like a silly one, so let's see if he can get away with that in this round. Ooh, no, Boomage turns around and sees him. That's fine, you know, jumping around with the Mac-10, he gets the kill. 3 in the round, lots of money made for Boomage. 14-4, and Mad Lions coming in with an investment, but it could be their only investment over on this CT side if they don't pick it up.
Yeah, I'm glad we got AWP stamp for this buy round, right? Everything is here, everything is available. A kit on Shush might be limiting, but at this point, beggars cannot be choosers, and Mad Lions are begging for the beating to stop. Simple. Back with the AWP deep in B right now. We've got Acor fighting middle, but there's no players there for Na'Vi. Oh, that flash missed. It was too high up, just by a millimeter. Roy is going to find Flamey, and the worst part about that, Harry, is Electronic gets whited by it as well. Or sorry, other way round. Flamey gets whited by Electronic, which also doesn't bind Roy. Dear oh dear, really comes crumbling down right there. Na'Vi got to pull back a man disadvantage here. They'll go and take middle. There's a man in the ladder room in the form of Bubsky, and that open CT has come rotating back to the market. He can watch the back of the window boost, but Bubsky's also controlling that area, patrolling it. So Na'Vi, where do they want to commit here with 4 in mid?
Oh, look at Shush go, man. He's all the way through T-spawn. And oh no, Bubsky had a timing there, but now they're in the... Oh, wait, hang on a moment. You thought that you thought that they were going to get Bubsky, but no, because he's back around. But then Simple, well, actually, he'll take that bet. He'll raise you on it, and he does shut down Bubsky with the no-scope. Perfecto now going to try and get out through the apartments. There's 2 players inside of this B bomb site, and he's got support from Catwalk. Perfecto on quiet for now. Shush is coming on this flank all the way through T-spawn, and oh no, that's the bomb dropped. Electronic gets caught going through the smoke. This round is chaos. Asilian deals with Perfecto, and it's all on to Simple at the very, very end. He's not able to find Shush, whose flank does a hell of a lot in that round for Mad Lions.
Yeah, I
think get that 5th, and they managed to keep their heads above water right now.
I think Na'Vi realized that was a B stack. I think Perfecto might have called it from the apartments because you could see, you know, Mad Lions had 4 players in or around B, and Na'Vi try and bail. Electronic goes through that smoke to escape to A in the final 30 seconds. But like you said, Shush, he pushed A, he flanks T-spawn, he comes up Catwalk into middle, perfectly placed, and drops 2, winning the round here for Mad Lions, keeping them in the game. In their map pick, remember, 5 rounds to their name. Simple, he is just so ready. Bubsky walks into the shot. If Na'Vi just commit here, they could close the map, get 15, pretty much guaranteed. Asilian's the only man here. Mad Lions are so far away on these rotations. Asilian needs a double kill at bare minimum. He's going to try and stall, try and stay alive. That works too, but Electronic's pushing it, and Asilian's now spamming smokes on 4 HP with 4 bullets. He walks into the orb. Flamey and Simple absolutely tearing through this round, and it feels like Mad Lions, their best bet might be saving.
Yeah, it's not just their best bet, it's really their only bet at this point. 2 on 5 is not a retake they're winning anytime soon. And even then, getting away with these guns is like tenuous at best. NAVI, they're in a spot where they can dedicate a couple of players to go hunting. And I mean, with the close proximity to this bomb site from guys like Shush, it's not even like it would take much effort from NAVI to hunt these players down. Shush makes noise over his short, and now they know he's here. Now, the benefit to this is they can kind of run like a miniature little bait and switch in the sense that Acor can help Shush out. And NAVI actually decide to play it very, very safe and don't dedicate to hunting those players down. So 15 on the board for NAVI, 5 for Mad Lions, 10 needed in a row to get this one to overtime. I don't know, man. Like, as impressed as I've been with Mad Lions, as much as I thought they were going to kind of really take it to NAVI here on Mirage, 10 in a row feels like you're asking for a hell of a lot. And with how NAVI are playing right now, with Simple and Electronic looking like this, I don't know if that's achievable.
Yeah, my worry in this game was that, like, you know, Mad Lions would have read Na'Vi on this map and would know exactly what they're doing, and, you know, Na'Vi would maybe, I don't want to say they're going to underestimate Mad Lions, like that would be a mistake, but maybe not be ready for some of the ideas Mad Lions have surprised so many teams with. But in the first half, it didn't feel that way. Na'Vi stacked every correct site, they made every read, they didn't fall for any fakes, and you can't really ask for more than that on a CT Mirage. Right now on the T side, they're controlling the map and the A site as well. Simple looks to close this entire map here on his own, and a no-scope headshot with a follow-up. That will do it. Simple, get him out of here. It's Na'Vi taking a win here to start the series.
Yeah, dominantly as well. I mean, that is wild to see from Na'Vi. They just shut Mad Lions down across the board. They never even had a chance, Hugo. And I feel like we've gotten closer to you, man.
I think Trace keeps
been playing around with
keeps zooming the camera and changing the focus. That's why it looks rubbish. I'll get someone on him to figure that out, Harry.
No, man, I like it. Can we get even closer next time? Like, I just want, man, I want like this view of you, my friend.
Yeah, there you go. Well, either way,
we'll throw this one over to a break, Hugo. Look, man, let's get you out. We'll fix all this. We'll get everything sorted. We'll be back. Second map underway very, very soon. Stick around.